Echoed throughout the mines of the Dwarfs is a legend of immeasurable power hidden deep under the mountains. A liquid magic so potent it can raise entire cities, leaving nothing but cinders and ash. Eager to exploit this power, the sorcerer prophets of Zarnagrund sought to reach the source of this demonic substance. The domain of their malign god, Hashut, the father of darkness. For centuries they dug, exhausting countless workers as they delved deeper than the mountain roots themselves. 2 ashen moons ago, in the depths of the darkest pit, a discovery was made. A trickle of pure power, a crimson seam divining a way through the rocky layers to where Hashut dwells. And so, it was bottled in a vessel of infernal design, rushed to the surface through the fires of industry, to the highest authority. In the council chambers of Drazhoath the Ashen, it was presented. Roiling with unholy energy, its gloriously terrible glow glinted in the eyes of all who set their gaze upon it. The blood of Hashut. Far rarer than warpstone and gold, very few vials had ever been extracted from the mines. The key to limitless power.
Hashut Abu Mazuma Zarasdarun Takminu Isbolg.
Drazhoath, Lord of the Black Fortress, roared to the god of darkness. And he replied. Ancient channels etched in rock flow with molten fury. A great drill shall be constructed, forged in the dread fires of the Darklands, imbued with strength to bore through the bedrock and breach a godly domain.
Uzwil Shabbat.
The forge burns. The fires catch from the depths. The Chaos Dwarves will rise. The launch site is made ready at a speed so furious, it becomes a mass graveyard for hundreds of exhausted workers. Expendable lives, for only the drill is of concern. The remaining construction must be imbued with dark sorcery, for the blood of Hashut lies not only in the darkest depths of the world, but in a godly domain where no mortal engine can reach it. 4 dwarf relics are required, each to be corrupted in the forges of the demon smiths. Only then shall the drill summon power enough to shatter solid rock and the foundations of reality itself. As the abhorrent relics lie undiscovered, a sacrifice must be undertaken to gain Hashut's blessing and reveal their locations. Captured in battle, the Western kin are slaughtered one by one and offered as sacrifice to Hashut, the father of darkness. The great bull god is pleased with the savage offerings and reveals the locations of 8 dwarfen relics. Relics hold great power. Yet such strength will not wake in the hands of the Chaos Dwarves. And so the demon smiths must corrupt the artifacts, turning them into weapons worthy of Zarnagrund. Such potent magic takes a hideous toll on those who wield its might. The halls of Zarnagrund are lined with the frozen forms of past sorcerers, their statues standing in mute testament to the curse of petrification, the blight of all Chaos Dwarf sorcerers. When a single bead of Hashut's blood drips upon the relic, a deadly broth begins to boil as if in rage, the liquid doubling in volume. Determined to turn this unholy reaction to their own advantage, a coven of demonsmiths start to experiment with the infernal mercury. The cunning and cruelty of demonsmiths is equally matched by a voracious greed for knowledge. Further experiments reveal the blood of captive dwarves thickening, a physical toll of their master's dark sorcery. This petrification by proxy is seized on by the Coven as a chance to escape the awful curse that hangs over all their tribe. The demonsmiths refine their dark recipe to an astounding conclusion. A sorcerer may practice his infernal power without suffering the effects of petrification, transposing the affliction to enemies through a demonic blood pact. At last, the long-feared curse has been circumvented. Freed from their shackles, the Chaos Dwarf sorcerers can indulge without penalty. The Hellworkers labor to bind a demon to the first dwarf relic, despoiling it completely before placing it into boilers of the great drill of Hashut. Such desecration will be remembered by the dwarves of the West. Yet it was they that cast the first stone. It was their ancestor gods who abandoned the forefathers of the Darwizar as they ventured eastward into the Dark Lands. All dwarves can bear grudges, and those in the West shall never be forgiven. A second relic bound with a demon to power the furnaces of the colossal drill. Yet, unknown to the demonsmiths, the hidden runes of the artifact pull the beards of dwarves hundreds of leagues away. Word spreads across the Karaz Angkor on its way to Everpeak. One clan, eager to enact vengeance, musters its warriors. The third demon lends brutal strength to the engines of the drill. Yet, as this vile spirit rides in the final throes of freedom, it spits out a message of mockery. This bitter prophecy forecasts the union of the mountain realms, that a mighty army amasses to right the grudge that burns on the pages of the Damas Kron for the desecration of their holy relics. With the fourth relic demon-bound, the Great Drill has the power to breach Hashut's domain. The mighty construct begins to thrum and quiver, shaking the ground as it prepares to launch its fearsome assault. Yet beyond the Ash Ridge Mountains, the ground shakes in ominous echo. For a vast alliance marches under the banner of High King Thorgrim Grudgebearer. The grudge of all grudges shall be settled. Once more, the dwarves of the West prove how weak they truly are. For even their High King lies dead upon the field. The blood of Hashut gushes from ancient reservoirs, filling great halls with liquid power. Sorcery, once thought impossible, can now be cast. Spells to shatter mountains. From exile to exalted, Drazhoath ascends to become the most favored of the great bull god's servants. Surrounded by his prize, the blood of Hashut, all below him are weak. The Ashen is master of all he surveys.